Hello, everybody, and thank you for joining today. It's now 2 o'clock, and we can begin. Um, First of all, to the Americans joining, I hope you had a nice Memorial weekend. And for everyone else, thank you as well for taking the time to learn a little bit more about NYNJA. And today we're doing our webinar training number 4, which is focused on file sharing and how to use our secure cloud storage features. So without any further ado, I will share my screen. And if there's any questions during the presentation, feel free to stop me. And as well, there'll be a Q&A at the end. Are you able to see my screen?
Yes, we can.
Fantastic. So I'm going to go and start today with sending documents. And there's a feature in NYNJA which I find quite helpful, not only for demoing features in webinars such as this, but actually in your day-to-day use. It's called MeChat, and basically it's a chat with yourself. So if you send files or images or reminders or whatever to yourself, you can later access them in your MeChat, regardless of where you sign in on your mobile, on the web, on the installed version, etc. So I'm going to basically be chatting with myself for a little while for the purposes of this. And the first thing I'd like to show you is how easy it is to send files. Unlike some of the lighter chat apps that are out there, our platform is really designed for sharing and sending of large files and managing everything you would need in your business and personal life. So we can go here and, for example, I will go and upload 100 megabyte files. A 100 megabyte file. I think the limit is over 2 gigabytes. So it's got plenty of space. It does seem that the speed is a little slow going right now, but probably because everyone's on Zoom and other platforms, and NYNJA's doing their schooling. So the point is, you can share files as large as you like. Here's an example of a PDF that I sent to myself, and I'd like to show you that we have built into NYNJA now where you can preview some file types, including PDFs, which is the main one. And so you can scroll and read the PDF right from within NYNJA. While you're reading the preview of the file, you can also click it open to full screen, and NYNJA will open up a tab completely independent, and you can go ahead and close this. So now you have your NYNJA open, and in a second tab, you've got your PDF. So this is a really efficient way to share files and view them without having to necessarily use heavy outside software, which also protects security the less programs you use. I just want to also point out, when I am uploading a file, we are showing the total file size right away, as well as the progress bar here. And on our mobile applications, and soon our desktop, we also show you the speed that the file is uploading. So a lot of people want to know, is this uploading at 1.1 megabit a second or 200K? So we have all that capability here, which is very convenient. Let's talk about images a little bit. We also have the ability to send various images. You can either use your camera or what we call media. And in media here, I'll just pick a couple photos, let's say of family. And you have two options here. One is to send the original size, and the other is to send as media. And essentially the difference is that when you send as media, it's sending a compressed version of the photo, if the photo is very big. But if you send the original size, if you took the picture at 5 megapixels or 10 megapixels or what have you, it will keep the original size. And you can also leave a caption. Here is a picture of my family, for example.
Now I'm not seeing your screen, Marshall.
Oh, you're not?
It's still showing the file that you were uploading, the PDF before.
Oh,
I'm not seeing any photos.
That's interesting. Maybe it's not showing the pop-up. When I just hit now, do you see the photo uploading?
I do not. I don't know if anybody else does.
Okay. Well, appreciate you letting me know that. Let me.
I see it.
Oh, you do see it? Okay. So it's definitely possible that on the pop-up is not showing because when I'm making those selections, as I chose, it was a pop-up. So maybe there's an issue there.
I see it coming in now. Yep, I see it now. Picture of my family.
Thank you.
Thank you.
One other thing is also, let's say, for example, you sent a file and you wanted to leave some comment, but you forgot. You can also add captions to the file. So this is the file for you to check the speed. And see now the caption was added after the fact. So there's a lot of functionalities that you can do here in terms of managing files. You can download them directly from your chat. You can also share files. So for example, let's say I want to share this watering plants movie with somebody else. They may or may not be on NYNJA. I can right click, I can click share, and I can actually post to any of my social media, including email, but I particularly like this copy link functionality because what it does is it right to your clipboard puts a direct link that you can share to anyone at all, whether they have NYNJA or not, and they can access this direct link to your file. So it's very convenient to share. So now what's happening as we are putting all these files and images, both sending to myself in MeChat and also in various groups and chats. So, you know, what is the advantage of using NYNJA for your file sending and your media? Well, we have a function here on the right called cloud storage. And there is a cloud storage. Well, there's basically three types of cloud storage. There's one that's in any group. And then in any individual chat, there's also a cloud storage. And then in your MeChat, which is your chat with yourself, there's also this cloud storage. So for example, if I want to use NYNJA as a warehouse of all my files that I need for myself, for example, I can at any time go here and I can click File, and it will show me every single file that I ever uploaded into this chat. And I can, from that, I can right click, I could delete it, I could forward it to another person. Okay, I can download it directly to my hard drive. I can share it, including getting a copy of the link to send. So this cloud storage area is really useful, and it's not just showing the files because I uploaded them on this computer. In fact, I'm just on the web browser. If I logged out and logged into a new web browser, I'll have all of this available too, because again, it's in the cloud. So it's only downloading it to your local when you need it. And therefore, it's saving you a ton of space as well. So you can see every image that was ever sent here, including the sizes, the date, and very similar also, you can right click. We have the ability to select multiple images and files at the same time. And although currently this would only work for one at a time, we're enhancing this at this exact moment to be able to download in mass as well as copy and forward. So you'll be able to select all the files that you need and download them in one zip file to your local. So again, just more uses of the cloud storage. Another one that is kind of interesting that I want to call out specifically is the links. When you're in chats with either other individuals or in groups, it's very common to drop links to various applications or news that the team wants you to read. And sometimes we have trouble finding the links. But with NYNJA Cloud Storage, all you do is click link, and every link that was ever posted in this chat will show up. For example, I can go into another one here, and you can see every link that was ever posted in this group. So this is very useful in order to keep track of all your data, be able to share the links with other colleagues and friends that may or may not be on NYNJA, and also in general being able to access all your files. I mean, if you think about this, this is kind of like a Dropbox built in. Your files are synced across all your devices and available, and it's all built into NYNJA. I don't have anything else for right now. I mainly wanted to focus on how to send files and how to leverage the cloud storage. But if there's any questions or if anybody has any points or interesting features that they've come across that they want to call out, now would be a great time.
So I have a question, Marshall. It's Lisa. Does it behoove people to mark their files in a certain fashion so it's easy to locate them? I just always find that challenging with other products where I can see certain files, but I don't remember what I called them. And the way you pulled up all the files was so efficient.
Well, Lisa, I think that's a great question. And in fact, it's reminding me of the starred feature that we have that I actually use quite often. Let's say, for example, I know I'm going to need this file later. I can right-click on it, and I can click star. And you can see here now it's starred. So this does a couple of things. One, on my dashboard, there's a section called starred messages. So any message, no matter what, that I want to star, I can literally star it, click it, and it will run me right back to where that file was in that chat. So a lot of times, for example, somebody may send me a whole bunch of files, and then they may write me a little message, oh, please take these files and, update them with whatever information. So I'll just, star that file or star the message next to the file. And then I know it's easy enough. And I almost use this starred messages as a bit of a task list, if you will, because it's not time driven like a calendar, but I kind of like that. It's just as I come across messages and files that I need to do something with, I just mark them as star and they show up on my dashboard. Did that help at all, Lisa?
Yeah, that's super helpful. Thank you.
Cool. Another view, which is also helpful, like a lot of times if you're in many groups and you don't always know which group something was sent to, it can also be very convenient to use this timeline view, which is basically just showing you, regardless of whether it's an individual chat or a group or the me chat with yourself, it doesn't matter. It just is showing you based on the chronological order. So if you know that somebody sent you something today, but you don't remember where, you could just go to the timeline view and it's one of these, under today, right? So that's just another view, whereas you can view everything. You can view individual chats. You can view group chats. But that timeline chat is kind of special, putting it in the chronological order as well. Any other questions?
Love the timeline feature.
Yeah, thank you. Well, when we added that in, one of our biggest complaints about other platforms, quite frankly, over the years has just been that, you join a lot of groups and you don't always want to be part of them per se, but, you're just in them and they get clogged up, with the chats that you're actively using. So we implemented the timeline view to be able to, only show you what you're actually using in real time. Okay. Well, I don't want to keep asking for questions, but I am happy to answer anything else. So I'll give another minute in case anybody has anything. Okay. And if not, well, let me just put back on my, oh, I see. It actually kept my video on the whole time this time. That's a new feature. Before it was either screen share or showing your video. Now it looks like we can do both, which is fantastic. So I just want to thank everybody for taking their time to join today. Again, this was the 4th webinar training session, and we do these every 2 weeks. So please feel free also to go to ninja.work/webinars, and you can pull up the previous ones as well. And the more you learn about Ninja, the more hopefully you'll see how easy and effective it is to stay in touch, have your calls, send your files, share your files, and depend on it for cloud storage and syncing across your multiple devices. Thank you very much. Have a good day.
Try NYNJA now at www.ninja.work.